Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out the new Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Concealer. I am so excited to try this concealer out. So if you are interested in seeing this concealer in action, hearing my thoughts on this concealer, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so my brows are already done. I will leave my brow routine up above so you guys can check that out. For my eyes, I used the Milani Gilded Terra eyeshadow palette, and then for my base, I used the LYS Think Bright Glow Plus Hydrate serum just for added hydration, and for primer, I used the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. And then for foundation, I mixed two foundations. So I used the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in the shade 4N68 and the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation in the shade 50N. I didn't have to mix them, but I'm trying to finish up the Sephora foundation, and the two together looks really good. I will have all of this linked down below for you guys. So let's jump into the concealer. So the concealer retails for $29, which is pretty average in my opinion, because I think that's the same price as my ABH concealer, and I think KVD concealer is like $28, so it's pretty average. And this is supposed to be a buildable creamy formula that can flex from medium to full coverage while it visibly brightens and conceals. It is fragrance free, long wearing, crease proof, and is made to move with you. It is supposed to be a full coverage matte concealer. I picked up the shade 6.5G. I ordered it from Sephora because I wanted like the sample pack with other shades so I could compare it. However, Sephora canceled my order because it was sold out, so I had to go in store and pick this up. So I just have the shade 6.5. This is what the concealer looks like. The packaging is really simple, very nice, and you get a very large doe foot. And I personally love that. Once again, I picked up the shade 6.5 Brittle. I am going to swatch this concealer, and I'm going to swatch some of my other concealers next to it so you guys can like get a feel of the shade. So this big swatch right there at the top is the Huda Beauty concealer. This one right here is KVD 173 Tan. This one over here is the ABH 18. The one on top of this is the ABH 16. And the one on top of the KVD is my L'Oreal Full Wear in the shade 410. These two concealers at the top here, I usually use those to like brighten my under eye, which is why I'm saying that the Huda Beauty is going to be more of like a brightening concealer for me because of the shade that I got. So if I wanted something like closer to like my skin tone, like the KVD or the ABH, I would have to like get another shade. Okay guys, so I'm going to apply the concealer. I'm not going to apply it around my mouth just because I feel like this shade is going to be a little bit too bright for like around my mouth. You'll see what I'm going to do later on, but I'm going to apply this under my eyes and a little bit on my forehead. So I'm going under my eyes first. I'm putting a little bit on my forehead and on my nose. So usually I let my concealer sit while I blend my bronzer and my cream contour, but I'm not going to do that today just because this is said to be a matte concealer and I don't want it to dry down too much on me. So I'm going to blend it first and then I'll go in with bronzer. So I'm going to use a brush on one side and a sponge on the other side. So the brush that I'm going to be using is the BKX Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A506 brush. I feel like this brush is perfect for blending concealer under the eyes. It kind of reminds me of like the Morphe brush that I have. It's just the perfect concealer brush. So I'm going to use this on this side right here. So this is what it looks like with a brush. I like the way it looks. I feel like it blended really nicely, really easily, but I feel like it's not full coverage. It's more of like a medium. I didn't go in with a lot of concealer. I'm going to test to see if I can build it up, but so far it looks really nice and it was super easy to blend. So for this side of the face, I'm going to be using a sponge, and the sponge that I'm using is the e.l.f. sponge. I don't know if you guys can see a difference, but I see a huge difference. The side with the sponge, it shears out a little bit more, and then the side with the brush, I feel like I got more coverage from the brush. Let me know what you guys think. So I know when I applied the concealer, it looked super bright, but after blending it out, it literally disappeared into the skin. It looks bright, but not too bright, and it is giving me honestly medium coverage. I really like the way it looks. I think I'm going to build it up just to see what it looks like if I was supposed to build this concealer up. But I must say the forehead has been sitting for a while, so I'm going to blend that out with the e.l.f. sponge as well. I'm going to build the concealer up, but before I go in with that second layer of concealer, I'm just going to quickly contour my face. Something light, nothing heavy. I'm using my Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in the shade 06 Chocolate. Just gonna do like a light contour. So my Fenty cream bronzer is on. I went in with a really fluffy brush. I used the BH Cosmetics 114 brush. I use this brush whenever I want to get like that super natural finish, and that is what I wanted for today's look. So once again, BH Cosmetics 114. I am going to go in with that second layer of concealer, but so far under the eyes, it is settling in my fine lines, which is normal. That is going to happen if you have fine lines under your eyes. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more under my eyes. Right here. Right here. Just a tiny bit. So I'm going to blend this out now with my e.l.f. sponge once again. This is what it looks like. I don't see the need to build it up anymore. I'm still going to say it is a medium coverage, very lightweight. I love the way how it just shears out once you blend it out. It looks bright, but it doesn't look super bright. Like, I honestly thought that shade I would have to like mix it with something, but as you guys can see, it looks very natural, very skin-like, and I really do like that. What I did was, I know I said I wasn't going to go in with any more, but I went in with a little bit more, and I used the brush instead of the sponge, and all of my dark circles are completely covered, and I really like how it looks like with that second layer and the brush. So the brush is a must. I'm now going to set it just to see how it looks. I'm using my Sephora translucent setting powder, and I'm going to take this on a Real Techniques sponge. So I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Dior Powder No Powder in the shade 6N. And I'm taking this on a 116 brush from BH Cosmetics. So this is what the face is looking like after setting with my powders. I know it looks powdery, I'll fix that, but the concealer looks very smooth under the eyes. It doesn't look cakey at all. It looks very natural, and I really like the way it looks so far. So because I want to do a wear test for you guys, I'm just going to speed up me doing the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. It is now 12:10. I want to do a wear test for you guys. I'm aiming for 5 to 8 hours, but so far I really like the concealer. Honestly, I need to apologize to Huda. The reason why I did pick this concealer up is because I just assumed that it was going to be super matte, because you guys know when Huda says something is matte, it is matte, you know what I mean? So that's why I didn't pick the concealer up. But so far I don't find it to be super matte, but I don't think it's dewy either. I think it's like right in the middle. It's like perfect consistency. It blends really nicely. It looks very natural under the eyes, and it is buildable. I do really like this shade as well. I love how the face is looking. It is looking very natural. Let's see how it wears. So I'm going to wear it for a couple of hours and then come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the concealer. But so far I really like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Alright you guys, I'm back and it is now 6:07. So I know you guys can see that my natural oils are starting to come through on my forehead, on my nose, and like in my cheek area. I am seeing a little bit of creasing right here, but nothing out of the ordinary. It doesn't matter what concealer I use, I am going to crease in these areas, but I feel like under my eyes still look really fresh. I must say I really like this concealer. The thing that I love about this concealer is that it is buildable. You can build it up to a really nice medium coverage, and it is pretty lightweight. I feel like Huda Beauty made this concealer to go hand in hand with the Huda Beauty foundation. Most brands, what they do, they give you a full coverage foundation and then give you a light coverage concealer just to balance everything out, and I feel like that is what Huda Beauty did with this concealer. It is a very lightweight concealer. I feel like it is a really nice natural finish. I wouldn't say it's matte and I wouldn't say it's dewy. It's giving more natural, more everyday kind of concealer. I love the fact that when I blended the concealer out, it was so sheer that even though the shade was super light, it didn't look super bright. I feel like if I was supposed to go a shade above, because of how sheer the concealer looks after blending, the shade above wouldn't give me enough brightness. So I do feel like this shade 6.5 is the perfect shade for my under eye. In comparison to like the other concealers that I swatched, I'd say the ABH concealer would give you more coverage, and so would the KVD concealer, but this one is more of a lightweight natural finish concealer. I really do enjoy it. I'm not going to say it is the greatest concealer that I've ever tried, but it is a pretty good concealer. If you wanted to try it out, I 10 out of 10 do recommend it. As you can see, it looks beautiful under the eyes, and I feel like it holds up to the claims of the concealer. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I do apologize for uploading this review a little bit late, but let me know if you're going to pick this concealer up or just what you think. Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section down below. Once again, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.